Hello students, welcome to Social Science online classes. In the last session, we discussed the relationship between India and China. So today, in this session, we will discuss the relationship between India and Pakistan. Introduction. The relations between Pakistan and India have been to many strains by numerous political dilemmas in the history and currently as well. They include the partition of British India in 1947, the Kashmir dispute, and many military conflicts have been fought between the two states. These two states of South Asia share historic, cultural, geographic and economic links, but their relationship has been filled with hostility and doubt. India and Pakistan are the neighboring countries. Pakistan is not only a neighboring country but was an integral part of India during pre-independent period. But after the India Independent Act of 1947, both the countries became independent sovereign countries. So soon after independence, foreign relationship between both the countries started. During the times of independence, Jinnah and Mahatma Gandhi had overheated discussions. Moreover, around 500,000 Muslims and Hindus were murdered in riots following the partition. Millions of Muslims living in India and Indus, Hindus and Sikhs living in Pakistan emigrated. It was a massive transmission of population till today. Both the states accused the other of not providing enough security to the minorities that were emigrating. This increased hostility amongst the two new nations. India and Pakistan, in terms the British plan for partition, all the princely states had the right to decide which country to join. With an exception of a few, most of the Muslim majority princely state joined Pakistan and most of Hindu majority princely state joined India. But the decision of one of the princely state would shape the relationship between the two countries in the future that lay ahead. Now let's know in detail about the partition and dispute between India and Pakistan. Before independence from British in 1947, from 1820, Kashmir was ruled by the Maharaja of Kashmir, who was Hindu. Although the majority of the population were Muslim, except the Jammu region, the partition was made on religious lines, resulting into the formation of two separate countries. India and Pakistan insisted that Kashmir should be given to it. Because of its location, Kashmir could choose to join either India or Pakistan. The British gave the King of Kashmir an option to join either India or Pakistan. Maharaja Hari Singh was the ruler of Kashmir. Unable to decide which nation Kashmir should join, Hari Singh chose to remain neutral. Till 1971, India fought 3 wars with Pakistan. The first one is Indo-Pakistan War of 1947. See here what happened. Maharaja Hari Singh was unable to decide which nation to join, either to join Pakistan or India. So he remained neutral. But his hopes of remaining independent were dashed in October 22, 1947. As Pakistan sent in Muslim tribesmen who were knocking at the gates of the capital Srinagar. The Maharaja on October 24, 1947 sent a frantic appeal to the government of India for military help. See here what happened. A Muslim tribemen were waiting for the opportunity to capture Srinagar. So what happened? Now the Maharaja on October 24, 1947, he sent an appeal, means he requested the government of India for the military help. India refused to provide assistance unless the instrument of accession is signed. So India refused. The Maharaja signed the instrument of accession on October 26, 1947, and it was occupied by India on October 27, 1947. By the terms of the instrument of accession, the Maharaja on behalf of the state acceded to the dominion of India on 3 subjects. They are defense, external affairs and communications. Then in 1957, Kashmir was incorporated into the Indian Union. See, in the beginning only I told you, both the countries have fought 3 wars. So in order to improve the bilateral ties between both the countries, many agreements like Tashkent Agreement, Shimla Agreement and Bas Lahore Yatra and Agra Conference have been entered. So these 2 countries have entered many agreements like this. But agreements like this have yielded very less. Okay, now let's see the first agreement, that is Tashkent Agreement. In 1957, Kashmir was incorporated into the Indian Union. So what happened in 1957? Kashmir came into the Indian Union. So it was given a special status under Article 370 of India's Constitution. So when in 1957, when India came under the Indian Union, it was given a special status under Article 370 of India's Constitution, which ensures, among the other things, that non-Kashmiri Indians cannot buy property there. According to the article of 370 of India's Constitution, the non-Kashmiri Indians cannot buy property there. So fighting broke out again in 1965. So what happened? Because of this issue that the non-Kashmiri Indians cannot buy property in Kashmir, on this issue what happened? Again a war broke out in 1965. But a ceasefire was established. Indian Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri and Pakistani President M. Ayub Khan signed the Tashkent Agreement on January 1, 1966. So ending the 17-day war. So this war took, in 1957, the war took for 17 days. So the 17-day war between Pakistan and India, it ended with the Tashkent Agreement. Okay. So they resolved to try to end the dispute, but the death of Mr. Lal Bahadur Shastri and the rise of Jan Yahya Khan in Pakistan resulted in stalemate deadlock. Children, do you know one thing here? The Prime Minister, the then Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri, he signed this Tashkent Agreement. It was signed between, this Tashkent Agreement was signed by Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri, then Pakistan President Ayub Khan. But unfortunately what happened, Lal Bahadur Shastri, very next day he passed away. The very next day of the signing of Tashkent Agreement, Lal Bahadur Shastri passed away. The next is Shimla Agreement. Okay, Shimla Agreement was signed by Prime Minister of India, Srimati Indira Gandhi, and President of Pakistan, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. Okay, on 2nd July 1972 in Simla. In 1971, what happened? A third war resulting in the formation of Bangladesh was broken out. So what happened here? The Pakistan wanted to free the Bangladesh from India. Okay, so it wanted to divide Bangladesh from India or separate Bangladesh from India. So in 1971, a third war broke out, that is resulting in the formation of Bangladesh was broken out, and India declared war on December 3, 1971 on Pakistan. When Indians entered 50 kilometers into the area of Pakistan, a ceasefire was reached. In 1972, Indira Gandhi, the Indian Prime Minister, and Zulfikar Ali Bhutto signed the Simla Agreement, which repeated the promises made in Tashkent Agreement. So, here, what was the condition? So, ratification of both the parties. So, what was the condition of the Simla Agreement here? Agreement of both the parties. Negotiators, who were the negotiators? Foreign Minister of India and Foreign Minister of Pakistan were the negotiators. Okay. Then, it was sealed on 3rd August 1972. Okay. The next is infiltration of Pakistani guerrillas. Now here see, once again I would like to explain in detail about the Simla Agreement here. See, where the agreement was signed, location Simla Bornes Court, that is in Simla Raj Bhavan, the Simla Agreement was signed. This agreement arose out of the 1971 war between India and Pakistan. In this war, in 1971 war, more than 90,000 of Pakistani troops were captured by India and up to 20,000 of civilians. Pakistan President came to Shimla with his Harvard returned daughter Benazir Bhutto to negotiate post-war agreements between India and Pakistan. Talks begin on various issues like returning of POWs, POWs. POWs means prisoners of war, and withdrawal of forces, military forces from international borders. So, what were the talks held in the Shimla Agreement? Talks begin on various issues like returning of POWs, that is prisoners of the war who were arrested in the war, or Pakistan soldiers who were arrested in the war. So, issues like returning of POWs, withdrawal of forces, military forces from international borders. So, these 90,000 troops were returned by India in 1974 because they could not afford their burden. Okay, now next one is infiltration of Pakistani guerrillas. The status quo was maintained until 1989. the status quo. I will explain you in detail when we will study about the wars in history. Okay. The status quo was maintained until 1989. Thereafter, Pakistani guerrillas struck in the Indian Kashmir Valley. They established a reign of terror and drove out almost all the Hindus from the valley. Meanwhile, Indian and Pakistani troops regularly exchanged fire at the border. India and Pakistan both tested nuclear devices in 1998 and then in 1999 fired missiles. When the Indian Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee visited Lahore by bus in 1999, so this is also called as Lahore Bus Yatra. Okay, it is also called as Lahore Bus Yatra and Agra Conference. Okay, so by bus in 1999, the world felt that such a genuine effort at friendly neighborhood relations would lower the tension along the lock. Okay, here LOC, the full form of LOC is line of control. See here, Lahore Bus Yatra and Agra Conference. It was signed by Atal Bihari Vajpayee, the then Prime Minister of India, and Prime Minister of Pakistan, that is Nawaz Sharif. It was signed on 21st Feb 1999. Okay, and drafted on 19 December 1998 to 1999 January. Location where it was signed in Lahore in Pak. It came to effect on 21st Feb 1999. Agreement is still in effect. Okay. So, leadership towards avoiding nuclear race, it was a nuclear control treaty. It was Vajpayee's grand plan of maintaining peace with Pak and resolving the Kashmir issue. Then later, Kargil war and cross-border troubles, but again the LOC firing in Kargil began during the mid-1998. Indian forces drove them out, fighting bravely. The death toll, including both soldiers and civilians, was more than 30,000. India argued that the infiltrators were trained and armed by Pakistan and based in Azad Kashmir. With a full knowledge of a Pakistani government, Pakistan said that they were freedom fighters from Kashmir and that it was giving only a moral support. So, let us have a quick look between wars between Pakistan and India. First Kashmir war that took place in 1947. Movement of Pakistanis irregular forces to Srinagar, plea made by Hari Singh to India, instrument of accession. Second Kashmir war, that is 1965, Pakistanis Gibraltar's operation, United Nations mandated ceasefire. Third Kashmir war, that is in 1971, direct military confrontation, instrumentation of surrender. Okay, dear students, so we'll wind up the session here, and tomorrow we'll come up with the same Pakistan and India relationship in detail, that is India-Pakistan Kashmir dispute we will study, and if possible we'll also discuss in detail about the Kargil war. Okay, though it is not there for your syllabus in detail about the Kargil war, but still as a future citizens of India you need to know more about the achievements of Indian army. Okay, so today we'll wind up the session here only. We'll continue the same topic tomorrow. Thank you and have a good day.